Dr. Israel Beleme, how much do you need to pay your salaries of your workers? EFCC is going after a state government. They will pick, first of all, either the chief of staff or the commissioner for local government, because of this allocation of this money that is being deducted from the local government account. So you understand, it's a serious problem. There's no two ways about it. Your call is in order. That is what we are supposed to do, but it's far from that. Governors can never accept that.
Okay, so for our viewers that are watching, please, we appeal to you to drop your comment on our comment section. We would like to hear your views and also know what you think about these issues. As we're analyzing them, I also want to hear from you. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, please. That's very important. We love you so much that we're watching every day. So don't forget to subscribe to our channels at Aspheric TV. This is on YouTube channel. At Aspheric TV on YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe our channels on our channels. Please also read our news on the news story at www.asfericnews.com, www.asfericnews.com. Do not forget to read all our content. We'll have a breaking news, steady breaking news for you out there. But don't forget to do that. Follow us on our social media handle on Aspheric News, at Aspheric News on Twitter, at Aspheric News on Instagram, at Aspheric News on Facebook. Please do not forget to follow us. Let me repeat again, at Aspheric News on Twitter, at Aspheric News on Instagram, at Aspheric News on Facebook. Please do not forget about that. Alhaji, Alhaji Mustafa, there is so much queue. Why is it that it's only in Abuja?
Yeah, but don't you think it's better in Abuja than elsewhere? You understand me? Abuja is the seat of the government. So if you want it to happen, to say, okay, it should happen in Umuahia, whereby Buhari will not feel the impact. But if it's happening here...
Because what happens is I call someone in Dekta, they say there is no queue.
Even in Lokoja, there is no... Lokoja,
so why is the queue in the cities?
It's here because...
Out of the government.
You discover that, if you observe very well, Abuja is where things ought to happen the way it's supposed to be. You understand? These independent marketers here, because of the regulatory agency, they cannot sell above the pump price. So you understand? So, and if they decide to sell within that government listing, they now decide to hoard it. A fuel station that is having 10 pumps, they will decide to sell only within one pump, creating artificial scarcity instead of selling. But when they are dispensing from 10 pumps, you discover that almost all the vehicles that are on the queue, they will take their fuel and go. There's a problem somewhere. The problem is that NNPC, they are not telling us the truth. Are these independent marketers having enough stock? Then they are refusing to sell. I don't think they are having enough stock. Probably what they are expecting, they are waiting for a kind of fuel hike. You know, this thing, it didn't start from now. It has been there. So they are expecting that. Since it is refusing to happen, that is why they are creating that artificial scarcity within here, that they know quite okay that the regulatory agencies will come after them. But if you go to some other state, you discover that there is a slight difference in variation in price. You understand? So that is what is happening. So, and it's better it's happening in Abuja than to happen elsewhere. Now, there's no way that the president will not receive the report regarding what is happening in Abuja here. They are receiving the report. It's better.
Okay, look, let's look at yesterday. Some group of APC members stormed the National Secretariat and demanding their chairman to resign.
Yes.
The chairman, I don't think it's up to 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. I don't know. So why would they be asking the chairman, who is not up to 6 months, to resign?
Doctor, you know, this thing, it didn't start now. Even before, prior to the convention, the party primary, there was this slight accusation from the NWC of the party. Some members of the NWC accused the chairman, Adamu, of single-handedly taking unilateral decision that concerned the National Working Committee, that NEC relinquished their power to NWC for them to act, so that they will have unrestricted power to act. But instead of NWC to now take decision as a collective body, Senator Abdullah Adamu alone, that is what they say, that Senator Abdullah Adamu alone has been acting and using President Muhammadu Buhari's name to blackmail them into submission. That was their statement then. And it didn't stop there. It has been it's continued. look at the prior to their party convention. Abdullah Adamuna said that the consensus candidate is the Senate president, of which even the president himself came out and said, no, I don't have any link to that. The National Working Committee, they washed their hand from that. That is a serious blunder. So if part of the APC stakeholders protest at the National Secretariat, they have every reason to do that, because within some state, some candidate was shortchanged. You understand? So even the APC, the primaries that was conducted itself, although it
don't you think that is because it's not favoring those group of people? That's why they're protesting. Because we are in a system of government where if it's favoring you, you speak. If you speak out, you praise the government. If it's not favoring you, you criticize the government.
But the question is the national chairman acting right?
You should be asking the APC members.
But they have said it several times that, look, okay, if we decide to say, okay, let's act with neutrality. Are you not aware that the national chairman now was the one that named Senate president as the consensus candidate?
Even if you have a backing of the president?
But the presidency came out and said, look, and distance the president from that. You understand? So it shows that the national chairman of the party, which is less than 4 months in office, is acting not in tandem with what is obtainable within the party. It's a wake-up call on him to say, okay, look, change. Although it's expected that...
No, the party is changed all of so but APC is changing.
APC is changing.
So it means everybody has already changed.
By mouth. You understand?
The party is not going to change.
To me, so, I believe that the procedure that produced the national chairman itself is faulty. They said consensus. It came through consensus. Some other frontline contenders were being pushed aside and made him the national chairman. And it's like he was doing a bidding. But let's just leave that apart and see how they go about the issue of their nominate.
Wish them success.
Yes.
But let's talk about Soludo.
Yeah.
There is a viral video going around in the church where he gave a true testimony of how
the situation in Anambra
insecurity in Anambra State, and how this so-called militants, he said they are not.
They are not for Biafra.
They're not Biafra. They're not Southeast Vanja. Yes. The so-called militants even have the documents, how they spend money, how they receive money, and write names of the victims, and how much they paid and the balance. It's like it's a market.
See, the truth is that just like President Mahmoud Buhari said in one of the dailies, that people are profiting from the insecurity.
Insecurity, yes, I think so.
Still extend to the southeast. You discover that.
I think so, yes.
Biafra agitation has become something like a template whereby all manners of people
now used as a cover.
And then although IPOB is proscribed, where they got it wrong is giving that sit at home order. Many people are operating within that purview of that sit at home. You discover that who will enforce the sit at home? Criminals, miscreants.
But as governor in the state, why did they allow this to happen?
See, it's like you don't understand what the angle that the governor is coming from. Whether
I said that's governor in the 5 states. Yes. So how would I allow an individual who is not a government to make a decision,
doctor,
that will stand? That order everyone not to leave out of their duty,
doctor,
in a day, and you're a governor of the state.
The way you see it, whether you like it or not, whether you're an Igbo or you just need to be objective. Once you want to be objective, what led to Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu is a figure today whereby he's operating on the platform of clamoring for Biafra. And what is Biafra all about? Biafra is all about saying, okay, you marginalize me. Since you marginalize me,
the Southeasterners,
free us so that we'll go. And it's something that, whether you like it or not, be it once a boy is of age, a girl is of age, to distinguish between good and bad, certainly her emotions will go towards Biafra. Because of what? Because of this marginalization issue that we discussed before. So It is in this context now that you discover that Soludo is talking about that. Look, so many people are talking about Biafra. The so-called militancy in Anambra State, it has nothing to do with Biafra. They are purely criminals. He said it that look, there is a particular camp that was stormed. We saw logbook. In that logbook, it contained list of names. This one has paid 5 million. This one 3 points, and this one is still having balance of so amount to pay. And all of them, when they come out, they'll say Biafra, and that is what Soludo is trying to like correct.
Then and the man naked tax. They kidnap every day. When we smoke them out from Oboji Aglezechuku forest, we recover 3 notebooks, among other things. Assortment of cars and the mother. Papa Kinimo Fieba. The Fabukol. Where did they have 3 notebooks I recover? A very good accountant. One on notebook where they record on their kidnap.
Please subscribe to our channel, YouTube channel, Aspheric TV, Aspheric TV, ASPHEROIC TV, on our social media handles at Aspheric News on Facebook, at Aspheric News on Instagram, at Aspheric News on Twitter. Please do not forget. Also, read our news. We have current news. Read our news on www.asphericnews.com, www.asphericnews.com. Please, can you just read our news, please? Thank you very much. And we'll bring you back our stories tomorrow by the same time tomorrow. See you and goodbye. Thank you.